Picture a man who woke up from nightmares in 2008. His electric car company was burning its last millions. His rocket company had just blown up its third consecutive rocket in the sky. Magazines called him a fraud. 15 years later, the same man would be the richest person on the planet and launch a car towards Mars. This isn't a story about genius. It's a story about surviving the impossible. This is how Elon Musk built the future, by refusing to believe in failure. He wasn't born a founder. He was born a reader, a bullied kid in South Africa who escaped into 10-hour days of science fiction and manuals. His mind wasn't just learning. It was installing an operating system where the default setting was physics permits it, so it must be possible. At 17, he left for Canada with a backpack and $2,000. The goal wasn't money. It was a loophole, a path to the Silicon Valley that was already building the internet. He coded through college, sold his first company, Zip2, at 28, and walked away with $22 million. Most would stop. For him, it was just the first line of code compiled. With his new fortune, he founded X.com, an online bank. It was chaotic, it merged, it became PayPal. When eBay bought PayPal for $1.5 billion, Musk's share was $180 million. This is where the story should have ended. A successful exit. Instead, he asked a question that broke his life into before and after. What problems will most affect the future of humanity? Not business problems, human problems. He listed 3: sustainable energy, becoming a multi-planetary species, and artificial intelligence. And then, with the calm of a physicist stating a law, he invested every dollar into the first 2. He founded SpaceX in 2002. He joined Tesla in 2004. The money bled out. 2008 arrived. The financial crisis hit. Both companies were on life support. SpaceX's Falcon 1 failed 3 times. Tesla couldn't deliver the Roadster. He was out of cash. This was rock bottom. But rock bottom for him wasn't an end. It was a launch pad. September 28, 2008, Hawthorne, California. The 4th launch of Falcon 1. If it fails, SpaceX is dead. The rocket lifts off. For 43 seconds, the fate of private spaceflight hangs in the balance. It reaches orbit. NASA sees it. A $1.6 billion contract saves SpaceX. Days later, Tesla closes a last-minute funding round. He survived, but he didn't relax. He redefined normal. Normal became launching reusable rockets. Normal became making electric cars desirable. Normal became working 100-hour weeks while sleeping on a factory floor. He wasn't just running companies. He was performing reality distortion, convincing the world that sci-fi was just a schedule problem. The Model S stunned the auto industry. Falcon 9 rockets started landing themselves. The impossible became quarterly reports. With Tesla and SpaceX stable, he didn't slow down. He accelerated. He started Neuralink to merge human brains with AI. He founded the Boring Company to dig tunnels. He bought Twitter to own the digital town square. Each move seemed chaotic, but the thread was consistent, identifying a fundamental bottleneck in human progress and attacking it head-on with brutal intensity. He became a meme, a villain, a hero, a troll. His true product wasn't cars or rockets. It was a specific type of belief, the belief that a single determined person can bend the timeline of the future. He proved that the biggest risk isn't failure. It's accepting that the world as it is the world as it must be. So, what is his story? It's not a guide to becoming a billionaire. It's a case study in applied will. Elon Musk took the childhood question, what if, and turned it into a life sentence of why not. He is a man who looks at the moon and sees a deadline, looks at a traffic jam and sees a solvable equation. His legacy won't be his wealth. It will be the millions of engineers, entrepreneurs, and dreamers who now look at the biggest problems and, instead of asking, is it possible, now ask, who's going to stop me? He didn't just build companies. He built a new default setting for ambition. The future isn't something that happens to us. It's something we build. Or, as he would say, something we engineer.